Milo comes with a default footer here, this guy down here, which here, let me open up another page so you can see it, because this footer actually ends with this divider that matches this color at the bottom to see that you could do that on other pages. But here's the regular footer, like so, right here. That's the default footer that it comes with. But we've included several others that we designed in case you want to swap that one out. So here they are. They look pretty cool. Let's first go over any CSS. So the only CSS that we have going on is in our subfooter here, and I'm just setting this text to be centered and float to none so we can have centered text. Some letter spacing, font weight, line height, setting also the font weight for the link, because that was different in the theme, and then changing it on mobile to be a smaller font size. That's all the CSS that we have going on for the footers. So we'll go ahead and hide this. But what if I want to swap out my footer, my default footer, for one of these other ones? So let's say I like this one here. So this is footer number 2, it looks like. Let me go ahead and check. Inspect here, and yes, SFly footer 2. That's one way to check. Or I can go to my footers page here if you've imported the pages. And if I open this in the Visual Builder, we can find out which footer we want to use pretty easily. I go down to the one I want to use, this one, and I can click here, admin label footer 2, and if I really want to double check, go to advanced CSS classes, SFly footer 2. So I need footer number 2. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And now I'm going to go to my Divi library here, and I'm going to find that footer number 2 here. So here it is. I'm going to go ahead and click on this guy. And you'll see up here at the top in the address bar, we have your website, if you admin, post equals, and my example, it's 4407. That's going to be important because we're going to use this article here, which I'll link to in the video description, to show you how you can replace your footer with this one, or any layout, library item layout for that matter. You could totally make your own. So you will need FTP access to your theme, or I guess you could go through Appearance Editor if you have that option. It's turned off in this one, but you'll want to edit your Milo's child theme functions.php file. So inside Milo, there's only a few items, and functions.php is one of them. So the first thing I recommend you do, if you do decide to edit this in WordPress under the Appearance item, I need to pause the video really quick. Okay, I'm back. I'm not gonna lie, I looked over and saw a big cicada walking on our floor. Probably couldn't hear it, so I had to kill the thing. And I was a little scared. I was. All right, so where were we? All right, footer. We have our footer layout loaded. We have our number. If you are going to edit through Appearance Editor, I would copy the code from the functions.php inside Milo, and I would paste it to a text editor or save it so you have a backup. If you're using FTP, what I like to do is I like to go down here. Actually, we'll close this one. So I just pulled this one down from the server. I'm just going to duplicate, and I usually say functions original. Sometimes I'll give it a date, but at least I have this in case something goes wrong. So I'm going to open up my functions file, and there's all kinds of stuff happening, but we're going to go right up here underneath, right before this API licensing thing, and we're just going to say use custom footer, and I'm going to put a couple slashes before that. All right, and then basically according to this article, we're going to go down here and we're going to grab this code right here. And then we're going to go into our functions.php file and paste this. This code right here is what we just pasted. And I'm going to change this 787 number to the number I need. And again, it's up here when you're looking at the footer layout you want to use, 4407. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to copy that, 4407. Another way to find it is if I go back to my library, let me find my footers here. If I just hover over that footer too, if you watch down here in the left corner, you'll see it gives me a preview and I see post equals 4407. That's another way you can do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and paste my 4407 in there, save this, and upload it. And now let me open up the modules page in a different window and we'll see if it worked. So we'll scroll down here to our footer, and now you can see it is putting our footer here. So there'd be one more step that you'd want to do. We'd want to go to our theme options here, into our CSS area. And basically I'm going to inspect and I'm going to hide that footer. So first I'm going to attempt to do this and try to keep this sub footer, as I call it. I mean, if you don't want any of it, what you would do is just footer ID main footer, main dash footer. Let me go ahead and copy this. Footer ID main dash footer. I'd say footer ID main dash footer display none. And normally that's gonna take away that whole footer area and that bottom one. Yep, that's just like this. And then you could just build your sub footer into the footer that you want. So that's one way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and cut that, save it, bring back. Let me see if I can just get rid of this part of the footer but keep this part. I don't know if I can or not. See, this has a container in it. This has a container. I think if I say dot container, it's going to take this container away, which is what we want, but it's also going to go in here and find this container and take that one away. So we don't want to do that. But let me try first of type. Let me try that. That should work. Okay, no, it doesn't. How about first child? Okay. Well, here's something I do know will work. We're going to say, go ahead and get rid of all this really quick. Okay. Footer bottom, we want to keep that one. So we're going to say container display none, but main footer div ID footer bottom. That container we want to say we want to keep display block. Yeah, okay. Great. This should work. Let's see. There we go. So that'll keep the sub footer there with your new footer that you're using from the Milo footers page. And now it'll be super easy to swap that out. Like if I go to, So I'll put this code in the video description. But if I go to my layouts now, Divi library, open new tab. I mean, you could put any layout down there, but let's just say we want to try footer number, oh, what's footer number 4? Looks like its number is 4409. I can see there in the bottom left, 4409. So let's try that one out. Let's see, 4409. I'll put that across. Come up here, refresh. So there we have this footer now, which then I would probably go in and change that divider color to black to match that. That would look pretty sweet, actually. Let me see if I can just do that in the code. Getting off topic here. There we go. Where are you at, color? Oh well, I just wanted to see if I could. Oh well. Anyway, you could easily do that with the divider. All right, let's say I want to go back to just using the default one now. What do I do? So I'm going to go ahead and delete my functions.php here. Change the name of my original, oops, here we go. Change this one back to just functions. Throw it in. And that's going to get rid of my code, my changes I made, refresh, and we're back with our, oh, and I would also have to cut this code. Save this, and now we'll be back with our good old default footer. Yay! So that's how you swap out the footer. Sorry for the couple stumbles there, but that's how you swap out the footer, and that's the footers that we have available in Milo. All right, thank you.